that you have to just, listen as we try to figure this out. But I'm going to see something. Yeah, see, I opened it in another tab. It's
Okay,
just the thumbnail.
now I had to hit go live again, even though it showed us is coming up.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, chat. It's Monday the 29th. Producer Henry here, resetting the intro. We just had a odd disconnect reconnect at the start. As you can see, Michael is here. Go ahead and take it away, Michael.
Well, now I don't trust anything. Are we really here? Is it really happening? I don't know. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Someone said the thumbnail is really tough on the eyes. Apologies. Well, the way to not have to look at the thumbnail is just to watch us here. What's up, guys? It's Wisecrack's Case of the Mondays. This is our show to get us ready for the week, to help us cope with another Monday, of doing whatever we have to do in our lives, in our worlds. Happy Olympics to all who celebrate. I'm so sorry for all the people that were offended by the Satanism of the opening ceremony show. Why is everyone so obsessed with like Satan? Oh, a couple things. People are way too obsessed with Satan these days and devil stuff in general. It's really weird. Second of all, even if, and they confirmed that it wasn't a riff on the Last Supper, the thing that happened at the beginning of the Paris Olympics. It was a riff on Greek mythology. I think Americans just can't handle it because the French in general are way more versed in theater and philosophy and literature and art.
Yeah, that the
Like,
Last Supper is riffing on the Bacchanal. So if anything, the Christians kind of took it from the Greeks.
yeah. So like, and I'm sure when America does the Olympics next time, our opening ceremony will just have like South Park characters or something because that's what we can handle. But like, even if the French did some sort of interpretation of the Last Supper, like, who cares? Are you so fragile in your belief that that affects you? Also, the Last Supper, like Henry just said, was like an interpretation of a Greek thing that was a painting. It's like a painting that someone made in the 15th century. Whoever painted that, probably a pedophile anyway. So, it's weird that people care so much. And then I just keep thinking, I am kind of obsessed these days with the way in which people are reading / misreading Christianity. But it's sort of like, if you are a deeply committed Christian, right? Your faith is about loving God and loving others and trying to create a more just world that reflects the beauty of creation. Well, then who fucking cares about an Olympics Open ceremony thing? You know what I mean? Like, who people are just like, out of faith in Christ, I'm deleting my Hulu subscription because that's where I watch the NBC stream of the Olympics thing. It's like, tell me one thing that has to do with the foundational theology of Christianity. I'll wait. But it's just an annoying thing. Another thing I think is funny, and we'll really get into it, but someone keeps commenting on Friday's video on the Boys season 4. Thank you for watching that video. If you did, really appreciate it. Someone keeps commenting that I'm 50 years old and I act like a millennial. And then they said that they've never met a bald millennial, which is really funny considering that there's like 42-year-old millennials now. And I shouldn't engage with these comments, but I find it too funny not to. But this person is obsessed with, like, he doesn't believe that I'm really bald, but he also thinks I'm 50, and he also has never seen a bald millennial. It's just like a lot.
Never
It's
watched the
funny.
stream, clearly.
Yeah, someone said Michael looks like he slept well. I can't tell if that's a joke or not, but you know what? I have been sleeping better, and I think I know why, and I hate the reason why. I mean, Henry could relate to this because I know Henry is an active person who lifts big weights like a big man. But thank you, Christopher Matthews says I look great for 50. I started exercising a little bit, and it helps. It just helps. It just helps with life. Helps with lots of things when you exercise a little bit. And I feel better, and I'm sleeping better, and that's not the most exciting thing, and I kind of wish it wasn't true, but it is. I'm gonna do one thing on our title. I say, yeah, let's do one of the Mr. somethings, just to try it out. Everyone in real time, I'm telling you, we're updating title and thumbnail just to see if we can get some traction over here.
Planning here, I guess.
We can't tell them the plan yet, remember? Um,
I got a quick disconnect reconnect when I saved that thumbnail for some reason, but
no,
we should
oh,
be
no
good
worries, no
now.
worries. But you know, I might have to make we might have to make a video on this soon. But oh, Jaden shaved their head. It's cool though. It's so good in summer to shave your head. It feels so nice. But yeah, the way in which people right now in America, especially, fundamentally misunderstand the main theological precepts of Christianity and use it to, I don't know, perpetuate like fascism is really dumb and weird. So here's the thing, guys. My wife made us like redo how the house is, and now there's a mirror behind us for the stream. And she was like, "Oh, you have to do it there now." And I was like, "This is actually a bad angle for streaming." And then she was like, "Oh, but the aesthetics are great," because I live on a HGTV show, and now she's like afraid to walk by because there's a mirror behind us. And I think sometimes in life you have to get punished for your mistakes. Um, Marriage rips, guys. Eric has chronic insomnia. I'm so sorry. And Porgan says Mr. Beast more like Mr. Least. Um, let's see. Pablo Vasquez, Venezuela. Honestly, Pablo, I don't know anything about the Venezuelan election results. So I'm not going to speak on them because, as much as I want to, it's hard to speak on. Okay, so one thing, and then we're going to get into it. So there is a thing that came up last week. Okay. And the thing that came up last week was that James Lindsay is having an event in Dallas on defeating communism or something like that. And we did make a call that if people want to go and do a recon mission, we'll try to get money to send them. Now, we've had a few emails. Some of you might be here. What I think I'm going to do later today, because this is an event that happens in like a week and a half, I'll send an email where I'll maybe like BCC everyone who hit us up, and I will see if people are really about that life. If people really want to do it, what I'm then going to do is, I'm trying to think. Maybe we'll do something where I'll set up like a Venmo or something, and I'll chip in some as well. I just can't pay for the whole thing. And then we'll just have to raise the money collectively for two people to go. I think it'd be best if we had two people because Christ sent disciples out 2 by 2. So we'll see if we can find two people willing to go to this James Lindsay thing in Dallas. Now, we're not sending you there to get in.
Just a moment as we wait
Sending
for
you
Michael to get back.
Oh, am I not here?
Your
Am I
camera
not here?
froze. There we go. Man, MrBeast is really trying to keep us from broadcasting.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'll let you know. I'm gonna send some emails back, and maybe we'll do a recon mission in Dallas. So that said, you can just stand up. It's totally fine. Just talking to. I wish I could, as my wife is doing something really weird on the other side of me, and I can't. I'm not going to describe it in further detail, but it's borderline ridiculous. Okay, so let's just start. We're going to get into that work for the MrBeast He's Fraud video. Once we get it going, do we want to, let's see what time we can
attention is the most
watch it at, because it's a longer video. Let's see, playback speed. 125 or 1.5? What do we think?
Let's try 2.5, and if it's comprehensible, let's up it to 1.5. Let's see how comprehensible it is at 1.5.
Oh, fuck yeah. Here we go, guys. Okay. I clicked 1.5, so let's see if it works. Okay. Wisecrack Live. It's not Wisecrack Live. Wisecrack's Case of the Mondays. Monday, July 29th. Before we get into it, just a reminder, some content creators create their own shitty products and try to sell them to you to make money, whether that be chocolate bars or energy drinks or whatever they make. We don't do that, but you know what we do? We reach out to people that actually make things really well, like our friends at Yes Please Coffee. I drank their Homestar espresso blend this morning. It's actually my first time having this blend. I like it a lot. I guess this works in an espresso maker, but I just made it as like a ground coffee and a pour over. It's awesome. If you drink coffee, you should check out Yes Please Coffee because they're great. They're not a weird bunch of creators making scam products to try to manipulate young people into spending money on things they don't need. They're people that are nerdy and obsessive about coffee and try to make the best GD coffee in the world, and they send it directly to you. Now, if you order some of their coffee, use the code Wisecrack, you're going to get 20% off. They do not pay us money to say this. We do get a kickback if you order from them. So I highly recommend it. If you're a coffee person, check out Yes Please Coffee. It's like the opposite of a MrBeast chocolate bar. Now we're going to check out this video that someone who worked for MrBeast made about how he's a fraud. I'm interested in this because, as you know, MrBeast is the most famous, I guess, person on YouTube. So he's important in that way. And once I also interviewed for a job there and it sucked. So I do have a vested interest in them sucking and going down. Let's watch it.
It's the most valuable currency in the world. Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it.
Yeah, well, that's too fast. We got to go 1.25. Oh, what did I do? I clicked live mode. Oh, God
hey guys,
damn it.
So it is time for a video because I have
Oh,
received
God, I'm going back. Oh, my
Do you think
God.
attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
We're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this name.
Oh, the guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
Lottery for money.
It's really loud on my end, but I'm sure it's fine for everyone else.
Anything transferred to
How is this legal? I don't get it. It's a scam.
Hundreds of forged or fake signatures.
Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
Ominous tunes. That was crazy.
I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I'm alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud. Okay, thank you. Enjoy the video. So this is part one into my investigation into MrBeast. I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward. And also like, going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person is this way or that, you know, there's obviously evidence of like the Shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like, Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person and the company protects her or they were protecting her and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video. But, you know, there's messages.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about that situation, mostly because sometimes in life there's so much dark shit you just have to choose to know less dark shit. But is the deal there that someone who works, yeah, someone said very loud, but I'm sure we adjusted it.
Yeah.
No worries. Someone said if Transformers 1 turns out to be good, will you do a video on it? The new trailer got me hyped. Alex, we'll do a video on anything if the time is right and the spirit hits us. Okay, we're gonna get back to the child of the corn.
You know, there's messages happening like MrBeast discords and yeah, I don't know. It's a mess when like MrBeast contestants are being exposed to like minor attracted persons and the company's protecting them. You know, there's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything. And like,
I mean, I do think that's interesting when, so again, I don't know a lot about the instance where someone was like, I think on the pedo train or something there. I'm not trying to be glib, but it sounds like that's the situation. It is an interesting thing to think about in light of the fact, like homies just said right here, so much of what they do at that channel is try to manipulate the attention of young people to both like capture their attention and get them to spend money on dumb shit. You know, I think that it's like a sad thing that that's what works on this platform, but it's also important to remember like that's like what they primarily are interested in. And they're not trying to manipulate the psychology of intelligent, bald millennials. They truly are trying to capture the attention of children to make them as monetizable as possible with the mindset that if you almost get someone hooked at a young age, you can just get more and more money out of them as they get older and have higher levels of disposable income.
seeing that's sort of used in weird ways. And, you know, there's been like parasocial relationships and, you know, encouraging like almost children simping for these people. And, you know, maybe that's as nefarious as.
Wait, someone said don't be transphobic. Was someone being transphobic in the chat? Or did we say something transphobic?
I think it's in regards to the Ava Chris stuff.
Okay, so Ava is this person's name, and they previously were named Chris, and so that person is using their previous name.
I'm checking chat for transfer.
Yeah.
I think
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Well, guys, and just so everyone knows, if we say anything that's sus, and if I say anything sus, just let me know. I don't know these people, so I don't know the context. If this dude says something sus, get mad at him, not us.
As it goes deeper. Anyway, here's an old podcast clip of Jimmy explaining that he knows that his audience is young. Oh, just an old clip. You could say like his audience grew up. I would say he's gained most of his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Also, this clip really just shows that, like, he understands the YouTube analytics are bullshit, because he can try to use that as a defense, but he knows. So here's that clip, and then I'll get into the video.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24, but I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot like that because, you know, little kids lie about their age or they're on their, you know, like...
But yeah, and then I have like a fucking massive one for like the 40-year-old range because all the fucking idiots are on their parents' account.
Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable
All the fucking idiots are on their parents' account? Wow.
minds for profit using 3 simple steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with MrBeast in a way that benefits MrBeast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of MrBeast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand, promising big rewards.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, if you subscribe to Wisecrack and if you set a bell reminder for these streams, if you see Henry or myself in person, we have to get a tattoo of your face. So just a reminder.
In return, now it's your turn to do what MrBeast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a MrBeast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that MrBeast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards.
Oh, like the stream if you haven't already. Oh, also though, I don't know if we have an ACAB situation with this young man.
Young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what MrBeast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards. Trust MrBeast, watch him help others, contribute to his cause, and one day he'll help you too. That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini, and to make that, you can be in one of these. Subscribe right now, and you might get pictures next to $100,000. Subscribe and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe and you can win. Subscribe and you can win. Subscribe and you can win. Subscribe button. You can also win $100,000. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. MrBeast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't, take hallucinogenics this morning. I often on a Monday morning try to trip pretty hard, but I did not, and I'm glad I didn't because that would be intense. I'm curious too if anyone in the chat. I'm curious what everyone's experiences are with MrBeast, just because I'm, again, I'm 50 years old, so
how'd you first discover him?
I've probably known who MrBeast was. That's not true. So the first time I ever heard about MrBeast years ago, and I was still living in England, I had this roommate, and my roommate had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend had a kid who was like 7 or 8, and he was obsessed with YouTube, and he talked about MrBeast. And then I was like talking to him, and I was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he was like, a YouTuber. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'd rather die than be a YouTuber. And I guess the moral of the story is just like, if God exists, he's really mean. But that was the first, I was like, okay, little English children like this channel. That's truly all I knew. And then in the last few years, I became slightly more aware. And then honestly, the time at which I watched my first ever MrBeast video is when someone from their team emailed me or like messaged me on LinkedIn to be like, we're hiring people and would love to chat with you. And then I watched videos to be like, oh, I wonder what they're about. But that was like the extent of my knowledge. And the videos, I was like, okay. And then I've told this story before, you guys know this, but then when I did those interviews with them, I thought everyone on their team was just a huge fucking asshole. None of those people are ever going to watch this. But if they would, I would look at them in the eyes and I would say, you're a fucking asshole. I hope you can get nice in life. I hope something happens to you that makes you nicer. But just some of the rudest people I've ever talked to in my entire life.
I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of MrBeast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's gotta be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a huge problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. Also, if what we had to film was scripted, you know, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, it's not your only way out, you can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast, they haven't got through this fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
I mean, I don't want a devil's advocate or whatever. I just assume everything's fake. You know, I watch reality TV, so I don't believe that anything's real. So no, this isn't surprising, but I guess it's true that it's bad if you say your stuff is not scripted, and it is. But I also think too, like anyone who's worked in any sort of production knows that there's kind of no such thing as a purely like accurate representation of some reality you filmed without some level of editing or modification. But you know, Calvin said the coffee promo hits different at 1.25 speed. Wow. CGI's everywhere, man. CGI's everywhere.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not gonna dox him, only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more like a douchebag,
turns to Eric and says, how do I fly this thing? It just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online. So
I do know for a fact that they, with MrBeast employees, they like put you up in a house when you work there to move for at least the first 3 months. And I will say, when they say mansion, at the period where I had interviewed to work there, I started looking at what houses cost in Greenville, North Carolina. And I mean this with no disrespect to anyone from Greenville, North Carolina. Like, it's not like a cool or nice place. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's not a particularly affluent area, which means that housing is really cheap. So I know that for perspective, like what gets you like a 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles gets you like a massive house there. So I will just say, like, I'm sure that this guy might have a mansion or whatever, but it's probably relatively
I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly not that far off. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you going to spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really going to change your life.
Max is a nice car. Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's cut the shit here. What have you been doing for like the last year?
A lot of family stuff.
What kind of family stuff?
Just like, playing catch with my dad,
For a year? How do you make money? How are you, surviving?
Basically, my main strategy is I go to, grocery stores, places.
Grocery store type places?
Yeah, and I basically, what I'll do when I get there, I usually get, an amount of food for like a week or so.
With what money?
The money that I've made.
How did you make it?
I think that there should be it should be illegal for people that are young to make a certain amount of money. It does. I in general, I understand that we live under an exploitative economic system that disproportionately rewards people while punishing other people, often punishing people who are trying to do something meaningful or moral with their life while rewarding people who do something fundamentally exploitative. I understand that it is what it is, but I just feel like 20-year-olds shouldn't get to make millions of dollars. They always do dumb stuff with it, exception professional athletes, because they actually have a skill.
Listen, you're getting too caught up in the details. They'll figure it out. We will die. You understand that?
During this time lapse on the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night completely soaked.
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
In this video, this wink was added in post. In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him. This whole revenge storyline was added in post. Multiple shots show how timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. They also manipulated contestants' audio in post.
We got 15 minutes.
In general, if anything.
I will say, a lot of this is pretty quick, so it's hard to. I'm finding this. I'm sure he's right, but the pace at which this man is making this video is making it less convincing. I need 1 or 2 meatier things to hold on to, because I'm not finding this to be super bombshelly thus far. But we'll see. I want it to be true. You know, I want MrBeast to be totally full of shit, but
Thing happens last second. If you can hear someone's voice but can't see their mouth, the audio could easily be added in post.
I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
And yes, this lie detector video was also fake.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so MrBeast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video.
wait a second. Hold on.
With hundreds of random subscribers,
Wait,
right?
I gotta wait
Wrong.
for this.
Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that
Guys, I think that's the first person I had a phone call with. The second person I had a call with when I interviewed there, I actually think that's the person I
contestant had to
talked
get
to.
out for her job. I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is the person I talked to. And fun fact, I guess she had really bad COVID when she gave the interview, which also made me think, what sort of workplace is this where someone has COVID so bad? Her voice was like this. She was like this. And she was really mean to me. And told me that I probably wouldn't be. I basically got told on every call I did with them, they only take the best of the best. And I kind of implied that, like, I don't know, maybe the best of the best aren't moving to Greenville, North Carolina. But that's very
I
funny.
actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Hey, anyone I'm friends with watching that wants 10 grand?
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were MrBeast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money, but doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys are blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who got to solve him to leave. Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out.
It's kind of culty too. I guess the idea that you have people that work for you and then know that if they are loyal, you'll put them in a thing and they'll make more money. But I don't know. Like, I will say this. Maybe it's because I'm not a child that believes that Jimmy is the real Christ. But this all just feels kind of like, okay, this is stupid, but like, whatever. But maybe it's going to get really dark and deep.
But seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did.
Henry's being quiet here, guys, because he knows. Henry knows what's going to happen. So it's like we're watching a movie together where it's like an M. Night Shyamalan film, and I'm just like, I don't know, this kid seems pretty chill, and Bruce Willis seems like his good bud. And Henry's like, oh, just wait.
In fact,
what's up with all the water around
Apparently
the
at the
house?
end, they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls, so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many MrBeast employees get out immediately. You know, I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show.
Guy standing up for men's rights. He's like, the boys deserve a chance to win too. Our society stacks things against men. Okay.
Hey, that was a while ago, so I'm just glad they're not doing another rigged boys versus girls video. So knowing that MrBeast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water, and assuming they...
Imagine if I was never going to, but I'm just imagining if I would have taken a job with these people and shown up, and these like weird bleached highlight 22-year-old boys like told me what to do, I think I would have gotten like radicalized. I'm not saying radicalized towards what, but I think, you know, you might have heard like, you know, there might have been national news. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Some of you can probably imagine where I was going, but I'm going to stop.
Tested this. The producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing, but there are many examples of contestants losing. And in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
We always have the same person tie all the knots so that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches. And then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor
Survivor heads
one
out
player
there?
or one tribe.
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game, but it's not. If they were having problems finding people, they can see kind of what area you're in. And they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body into the smallest space, and I was in there for hours. And they didn't even open the door because they were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all the cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're gonna find me, they're gonna find me. And then I could hear them saying like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air vents or the ceiling. And they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling.
That's why I'm up here. I feel good about this spot.
If it was held accountable, especially because this was a YouTube original production, Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules, and
It is kind of, okay. I don't like when people break rules. It is kind of funny to have a bunch of adults have to have long breakdown videos about the fairness of a hide and go seek game.
guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, MrBeast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways have been fake, but I'll get to that later. So now that I've explained some of the ways that MrBeast lies to build trust with his audience, I want to go on to explain how he exploits that trust for profit through running illegal lotteries, selling fake signatures, giving children diabetes, and more. A call to action is simply when you tell the viewer to do something, saying subscribe is a call to action. Early in his career, MrBeast found a better version of this where he takes a call to action and he adds positive or negative reinforcement to it. Now, as adults, we can recognize that subscribe for a cookie is a joke. It's not a real offer, but again, MrBeast's audience is primarily children who may have authorities in their life that actually use sweet treats or video game detentions as forms of reinforcement, and you aren't born understanding sarcasm. Whatever the reason, these reinforced call to actions are more effective than just saying subscribe. Oh, but there's an even much better version.
Subscribe to Wisecrack, and Henry and I will eliminate someone from your life. You know, you tell us where they are.
Your teacher won't give you homework anymore.
Yeah, like make sure that you're someplace where cameras can see you, make some phone calls, you know, put all the tracking on your devices on, and you're somewhere else, you know, and we don't have anything to do with this person. No one would connect us to them. So I would just say, if you subscribe, we will make of this what you want, eliminate someone from your life.
The call to action giveaway.
If you guys want to win a brand new PS5, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel.
I can't believe people are still doing fucking giveaways. Holy shit, it's so annoying. Stop this fucking shit. I'm so tired.
I think someone in the chat just said, if Jimmy was Marxist, we would love him, but I don't know, I like this comment. From your perspective, this isn't about the particulars of what they do or how. If they were Marxist, you would glaze Jimmy like he's Slavoj Žižek, but he's not, so let's get critical. No, yeah, if Jimmy was Marxist, we would suck him from both sides. Because that's what we're into. If you have ideological commitments that are at all adjacent, then we're just like, there you go. This person's comments are awesome. They all said, if the bleach blonde boys were Marxist revolutionaries, I think I know what you'd be doing right now. Just you know, confessing my love to them, telling them to use me as their personal pleasure device. Now it's funny. No, I actually think this person's just kind of bad. Who knows if he's actually immoral or unethical, but like, I don't care what this person's politics or ethics are. They just make corny videos.
Fucking 10 years of YouTube, people are still like buying subs with this shit.
So over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free Samsung Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
I literally spent over $1 million on these phones, and we literally found him 1 minute before Zach. I spent over $1 million on these phones.
All you have to do to enter is hit that subscribe button. Samsung, I just want you to love me.
So yeah, that's what a call to action giveaway is. At best, they are a way to buy subscribers, but much of the time they are legitimate scams. Either a YouTuber doesn't actually give away a prize, or in the case of these live streams, they are illegal lotteries where
Like,
the
how
only
could
way
you
to win a
track
prize
that?
is by making a purchase. And obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to show you the law and then show you irrefutable evidence of what's being done, and you can make your own conclusions. The
This sounds
FTC
interesting.
defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any MrBeast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money. On August 2nd, 2020, MrBeast live streamed him and his friends.
Once that person said I'd be working for them if they were Marxist. I would not, because I still would have had to move to Greenville, North Carolina. And I'm not trying to mean if you live in Greenville and you like it, that's awesome. But you know, I was not ready to move there. I don't think my wife really wanted to move there. So I don't think I would be working for them, if I'm honest.
Signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million subscribers. And here are just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting 3 grand.
If you subscribe right now, I'll send you half of a $1 bill with a little bit of pee on it.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I counted 46 illegal lotteries. These lotteries are also run poorly. Multiple times they would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is gonna win.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000? We do. Yeah. So, all right. So the newest order in 30 seconds, we are going to put $1,000 in your package.
We made the number of the beast 666.
Okay.
Oh, we
Stephen, There's
did?
no second giveaway 30 seconds later.
Where are we? Hey guys, we don't think the devil's real, so we're not doing this in a satanic way to offend anyone, but we made it to 666. It's a number we like to make because for us, you know what it symbolizes? Freedom. It symbolizes, you know, your ability to will your freedom however you see fit. It signifies, you know, that you are breaking the chains of bondage from metaphysical systems that tell you that you have to live a certain way, that there are, you know, ontological moral conditions constraining what you can do. So that's why we got excited. So there you go. Thank you so much for that. John says you yell it at your baby. You know, on Mondays, I can't yell it as loud because there's a child sleeping above me. On Wednesdays, I can yell it because people in my office hear about it. I'm also going to tell you guys this right now. I have a call after the stream with someone who says they're a producer from like a Drew Barrymore show, and it seems sus, but I keep going forward with it. Maybe this makes me a mark. Because they said, like, I would go on some virtual panel of guests and get paid to do it. And I'm just a filthy capitalist who loves money. Or I'm someone who's broke enough to where having a little bit of money would help me pay off my credit card debt. But I'm going to take it. I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and I'm not going to do this. I was thinking if it felt more obvious to be a scam, it would be funny to, like, secretly stream the call here. You know, I could just pull up my Zoom and whatever. But on the odd chance it's real, I'm not going to do that. But follow me for updates.
Jimmy said, this is just one very shady giveaway. They just go on to talk about how Steven made a profit.
Steven's a handsome name.
So he actually walked away with some money.
We're proud of you, Steven.
I counted 13 of these extra shady lotteries where they did not give the prize in the original time frame that they said.
Okay, so we're going to put 2 iPhones in this pinata, and we're going to give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes? 5 minutes. Buy a limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're gonna pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Oh,
we did one.
Oh wait, hey Daryl. First, actually, before we do that, we never picked a pinata.
So these clearly fit the definition of an illegal lottery. These clips are also not out of context. No one ever said no.
Eddie's here, guys. Eddie's here. Everyone say hi to Eddie.
Website. At one point, MrBeast is informed.
Even if you don't know who Eddie is, if you don't say hi Eddie in the chat right now, we're not going to give you prizes ever.
Hi,
if you
Eddie.
say hi, if you say hi Eddie in the chat, we're going to fly you to an island that's full of snakes and leave you there and just see what happens.
That they ran out of PlayStations, and he says, "Are we trying to not sell merch?"
Our city is sold out of PlayStations. We don't have any. We have to give away. Are we trying to not sell merch?
So he clearly knows that they're making more money by running these illegal lotteries. Another shady thing he did was constantly suggest that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. Like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh, I know we're not gonna make money. What are we doing, guys? We're gonna check after the stream and it's gonna be like,
oh no, what a waste.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna break neutral.
When there was just no way they were ever even close to losing money on this stream.
I don't know who this is, but you just got a pair of AirPods. Oh my gosh, we're not making money. Guys, we need to stop giving everyone something.
We've just lost like
this does seem so fake, you know? Yeah, just this is like scam. This is scam talk. You know, it's like how I'm getting scammed by someone who claims to be a part of Drew Barrymore's team. But there you go. I'm going to record that call. I'll like screen record. And if it turns out to be a scam, I'll immediately post it online.
Almost everything that someone's bought, we put something in their package. I'm not going to make money.
In 5 hours, they gave away about $50,000 worth of stuff and sold over 50,000 t-shirts. Selling these t-shirts at $42 each, profit margin would be about $22. But even if they were making like $1 per shirt, they would still be fine. Also, by my estimates, only 1 in every 1,600 orders actually won a prize. And I guarantee he has real-time analytics on his laptop. He knows they make more money every time he says, "Oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit?" That's why he keeps saying it. Also, they just don't show how winners are picked. So it's probably not actually random. You know, humans have biases. Imagine Jimmy tells the guy off camera, "Hey, pick a name right now." And he sees 2 names. One is easy to pronounce, one is not. This is why lotteries are heavily regulated, to ensure fairness. Also, obviously, you have to be 18 to play the lottery. It's gambling. MrBeast isn't just promoting gambling to children here. He's running the casino. And this isn't even close to the worst stream he's done. 4 months later, MrBeast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more
I feel like we should do a stream where like we actually do this sort of stuff, and I just get really depressed and frustrated as we do it. But yeah.
Illegal lotteries. And by the way, the rest of these streams were taken down shortly after upload, so all I have is some old clips and Reddit threads talking about them. Now this stream did say, "We are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary," in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer that we throw money in random orders or that we throw items in random orders?
Yeah. Somebody screamed in chat, "I want to switch. Hey, buy a shirt."
Isn't that illegal to just like, can't you not just send money? Isn't there something weird with sending money?
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
Which each giveaway is its own independent event. You can't give one prize to someone who buys something and a different prize to someone in chat. The prize where you have to buy something is still an illegal lottery, which obviously MrBeast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability, you know, pretending to be ignorant of the law.
You know, YouTube's a little different than this. Yeah. Because YouTube, I can just do stuff like that. I can just be like, you know what? Pull up a database of 100 people that bought chocolate bars and pick 100 random ones. Got it. I think I can do that over here. I don't know. So I don't want to say anything. And then someone be like, yeah, actually, that's illegal. Right.
I could not find any way to enter the big Tesla giveaway without spending at least $42.
We're giving away Tesla to someone random who bought stuff.
They also gave away 24 tickets, which gave you the opportunity to be in a video. Again, most of these tickets you had to make a purchase to win.
One random person that buys in what time frame? 10 minutes. We're going to put this in someone's order that buys something.
And we're going to have 24 people. We're going to put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no MrBeast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Unless it ended up being 100 people in a circle competing for $500,000, but that's a smaller prize and much worse odds. So like, did they just pocket the money or what? Hey!
We're going to do a thing where we put 25 people in a circle. No, 50 people. 25 have good vibes. 25 have bad vibes. And at the end of it, if the bad vibe people convert all the good vibe people to bad vibe people, then we annihilate the circle. But if the good vibes people get the bad vibes people to have good vibes, we do a pizza party.
Hey, it's the pilot guy. Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
Even though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac. Another thing that just annoys me is Jimmy constantly says during these live streams that he's just doing this for fun because he loves giving things away.
Oh, and I just like giving away stuff. It's kind of fun to me.
Imagine you just lost a bunch of money at the casino, and the owner comes out and he says, "Guys, the reason I do all this, I just love giving away money." Also, you're 7 years old in that example.
It's like kind of the same, but kind of
It's
not.
insane that he can flip these massively profitable illegal lotteries targeted towards children as an act of generosity.
So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go place an order at shopmrbeast.com, anyone watching any of the lives, and we're going to throw iPhones in some of them.
And again, there are very few videos of this live stream on the internet. I think MrBeast probably copyright strikes re-uploads, but almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, keep going. Wait, let's go. Wait, it's literally like his initial. Who is it? My cousin. Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts. So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt.
Wow.
They kept saying things like buy in the next 15
I like
minutes
that they
for a chance
reward
to
big
win,
boys.
not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person
I mean, I don't want to like victim blame here, but I kind of think that if you are watching a MrBeast stream, maybe this is unfair because maybe the whole point is that kids are doing this and that kids are de facto dumb because their brains aren't all developed yet. Because I don't know if you guys know this, your brain starts as liquid and then it gets gelatinous, then it turns into mush, and then by like 25, it's hard as a rock. And I think if you're watching it and you still have a liquid brain or like a mushy brain, it's not your fault. But if you have a fully hard brain, then I do kind of like, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I don't want to be too cynical, but no one's giving you anything for free in life. It is what it is.
is still tweeting about it to this day. There's a lot more people complaining
Except us.
about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy
Yikes.
now and you will get prize or money.
Like, that's sad. And I get it. Like, addiction is real. The thrill of the hunt is real, but that's sad.
And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. This commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched the live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer.
If my kid gets really into whoever, MrBeast is when she's old enough to know stuff like this, then she's grounded.
MrBeast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly...
For people with kids who are older, if anyone's watching this stream, is there any way to just keep them from getting fully internet addicted, or is it just a foregone conclusion and you just have to mitigate the inevitable?
He was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt. And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed, but I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which MrBeast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed.
Those are expensive t-shirts, and I'm just going to say, if you ever go to like a Grateful Dead show or a show by a Grateful Dead affiliated band, people will be selling t-shirts in the parking lot. Custom made t-shirts with original art, often on good quality stock tees, and you can get great stuff for less than that with much better designs.
Signed by MrBeast and crew, but the
Yeah, it's
description says it's signed by
$42.
a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging.
People are upset because they thought it was signed by Michael Burns, and they were really upset when they found out it was MrBeast, not Michael Burns.
Maybe not forging. Using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB,
Gildan shirts
which
suck.
is MrBeast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away.
Hell yeah, Eddie. Hell yeah, John.
You don't accidentally have someone else's signature as
Eddie or John's kids are watching this. Your dad's rip. You're going to have a great life because you have a ripping dad. I'm sure your mom rips too, because it wouldn't make a lot of sense if you had a dad who ripped and a mom who didn't rip. So I hope that's the case.
muscle memory. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand's signature, even though it's clearly implied that this is Jimmy's signature, which was established during the last live stream.
So someone will know this. Is Legal Eagle talked about this specific thing yet or made a video? I know we could Google it. I'd be curious to see if he talks about it.
Hey! MB, MrBeast. So this is MrBeast's signature.
Michael
No way,
Burns.
this one was signed by MrBeast. It's just got the MB, but that means it's signed by MrBeast. That's obviously his, MrBeast. This is so cool.
Obviously.
That's obviously his, MrBeast.
You know, some people bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all MrBeast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day. This was clearly muscle memory, and judging by his body language,
For
he
when
knew
he's
he exposed
president.
this.
Yeah.
Even Tariq.
Oh, guys, it's like, you know, Henry says, well, MrBeast is president, and I laugh and you guys snicker and stuff like that. But I just think if we were doing this stream 10 or 12 years ago and we were watching clips from The Apprentice and someone was like, when he's president, we would all be like, ha, 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 ha. And then like God again
Notices Tyler
punishes
slip up
us.
and immediately looks into the camera, looks guilty, and then readjusts his body and rubs his hands together. Also, MrBeast said during the live stream that this is the last time he'd ever sign anything, and that was just a lie. Illegal lotteries
cares,
targeted
you know?
towards children.
Who among us hasn't said this is the last time I'm drinking on a week? Go ahead.
I mean,
Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, guys.
I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
You're
Oh,
very
the guy
smart
who
with your
just
money.
throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
By this point, MrBeast noticed a problem with these CTA giveaways. I mean, obviously they're illegal, but more importantly, they're not as profitable as they could be. Look at it like this. There are two value propositions at play here. The perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like
What's
these
up, dude?
$42
Bites?
t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery. That's what's most profitable because humans can't accurately comprehend the difference between 1 in a million odds versus 1 in a billion odds. They both kind of just compute as I have a small chance to win, which MrBeast is well aware of this flaw in human mental arithmetic.
Past a certain point, the average human is like, large sum of money, click. And like
Right.
larger sum of money doesn't really impact the viewing experience.
So also, the larger your audience is, the more profitable a lottery will be. Anyway, MrBeast wanted the cheapest product possible to use for these CTA giveaways. Basically a piece of paper, but you obviously couldn't sell a piece of paper without getting backlash. So in January 2021, 3 months after the last shirt signing stream, MrBeast did a live stream where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. Wait, JPEGs that are going to the moon? And of course, he did more illegal lotteries.
Just to keep things fun and interesting, as if putting a photo on the moon. Isn't interesting enough. Someone who
Wait, I don't understand how this works. They didn't put
put the
anything
photo on the moon, or if you buy the bundle, whatever, and the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to be in a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded.
Okay, that's really funny. That's really funny. This is the first part of this that I think is funny and great, that people paid money for a thing to go to the moon, and then the moon ship blew up. Oh man.
So obviously MrBeast refunded everyone, right? Right? Is it MrBeast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as for $10 I will put your photo on the moon?
For $10, I'll put whatever picture you want on the
What up to all the beast heads in the chat? I hope you're doing well. And I just want to say that as summer ends, it can be nervous when you think about the transition from middle school to high school. I was nervous then too, but I think you're going to be okay. I will say that if your teacher assigned you summer reading, I would just try to do it. Why not start off on a good foot? The teacher is going to remember you if you do the summer reading. So for all the beast heads, you know, have a great time in high school, do the reading, and remember that, you know, high school is 4 years. So you have time to reinvent yourself. If things go bad, like my first day of high school was really bad, guys. I wore the worst outfit I've ever worn in my life the first day of high school because I thought it would make me look cool, and it did not. And if there was a picture of it, I wouldn't show you. I would burn it. Thank God there's not a picture of it. But it did involve, I can't even describe it, you know, like the stream to hear the real story of what I wore the first day of high school. But shouts to all my beast heads. I'm really glad that you're here.
When he couldn't guarantee that? Yes, of course. October 16th, 2021, same thing. Buy this shirt to be in a video.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, then my people give me the name. So the first person that we're inviting to be in our Squid Game, if you want to enter, click the link in the description, buy the shirt or hoodie, is Alonzo Diaz.
Bro, there's an actual $100 bill.
Wait, really?
Like they actually sent a $100 bill.
Wait, what is
Someone sent
that? Oh, now we have to read the message. You and your crew are an inspiration to our young ones. He wanted to send you $100. Everyone click the link or the view product thing in the bottom left. We're gonna open 3 packages, and whatever's in those 3 packages, we're gonna give someone random that buys.
MrBeast is the American dream.
Oh man, America needs to dream bigger. America.
Now, I'm going to get to what, in
Dream
my opinion, is
bigger.
the most unethical CTA giveaway that MrBeast has done. But before I do that, I really want to drive home the point that the closer a sweepstakes is to an illegal lottery, the more money it makes. Because, you know, every customer is supposed to be informed that they can enter easily for free and that making a purchase does not increase their chances of winning. Like, you're supposed to say no purchase necessary in all of your promotional material, which MrBeast does not.
Shouts to Beast Burger. I've never had a better burger in my life than Mr. Beast Burger. This stream's brought to you by Beast Burger. You know, I will say this isn't a lottery thing, but if you like coffee, you should get Yes Please coffee. We might actually start a thing where we give away some. This is a real thing. We might actually start giving away coffee on the stream, but you won't have to do anything for it. We're just going to do something dumb to give it away. But just a reminder, we have a coffee partner. This isn't a shitty product we use to scam children into giving us money. It's a really cool company that we've partnered with because they make really good coffee and they're good people and they treat their employees well and they're a small team and they're local and they're not idiots and their brains are rock hard. So if you want coffee made by adults with rock hard brains that aren't trying to scam you or your children and aren't using gambling logic to take advantage of their feeble gelatinous attention spans, check out Yes Please Coffee. It's genuinely delicious. I'm currently in a position where I don't know what I'm going to do because I want some more of it. I don't know if I can, if I should ask them to send me more. Is that scammy? I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Not do. This legal
But check
gray
it out,
area
seriously.
only leads to people getting scammed, especially the elderly and children who are also being introduced to gambling. The only people who benefit off of sweepstakes are influencers and scammers. Remember Wizza, a sweepstakes company that got exposed as a total scam and shut down? Even Omaze, the charity sweepstakes company, got exposed as a scam and had to shut down in the US. Or back in the day, there was Mystery Brand. You remember Mystery Brand?
So Mystery Brand is a website where you purchase different boxes with chances of winning things. Take, for example, this women's Christmas
that sounds
box.
like
It
totally
costs
legit.
$15 to open,
It
and
sounds
you can win.
legit.
The most expensive Los Angeles realty. But you can't even click it, okay?
Whoa,
So
where
you
do
get
I
more
sign
information, but
up?
Apparently it's worth $250 million.
Yeah.
I love
Guys, we got to get the most expensive Los Angeles
that you
realty.
can't click it. Like,
I
they're just like,
need
trust
that
us.
house.
There's a $250 million house with your name on it. All the way down to Icicle. Site balance.
So just an update. They've not, I asked to move the time back for the Drew Barrymore stream, the Zoom call, because they wanted it at 11, but I want to do this for a little bit longer. So I asked if they could do 11:15. They haven't sent a
I'm
link
willing
yet.
to bet that
I asked this before, but you know, if anyone's just tuning in, I got an email from a producer from a Drew Barrymore thing about me coming on like some stream podcast thing they're doing. I can't believe that it's real because I don't know what a producer for the Drew Barrymore show would see in me other than unbridled talent and potential and deep self-hatred. But, you know, I don't know what the risk is. Henry, can you see any risk of me accepting a Zoom call?
They'll steal your face and then put it on AI movies for
Ooh.
devious purposes, maybe.
Okay, should I start camera off just to be safe and then see what the vibe is? Is that safer?
I wish
don't know.
I
Okay,
wish I
so
had more
that's-
context to understand how,
Well, if
how
someone
serious
wanted
or
to
not
steal
you
my
should be
face-
approaching this.
But if someone would
True,
steal,
true, true.
I'll-
They have your face right here, right now.
Yeah,
So maybe
I've sold
I'm
my
the
face to
paranoid
the
one.
internet. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep watching this, but we'll think because I guess that's what I'm just wondering. Like, what are the things that would make it seem scammy? Because for me, the thing that would make it seem scammy is like asking for any personal information, bank information. But if they're just like, if someone's like, "Hey, we're doing this show. Here's how we're doing it," I don't know.
Is it like a very generic Gmail account you got the email from, or from like something that looks like it's from a professional place?
Listen, we can judge emails, but this is a show that uses the email wisecracklive666 at Gmail. The email is drewbarrymorepodcast@gmail.com. Is that bad? Is that bad, guys? I don't know. Okay, maybe someone can find that. Well, I'm gonna stop. Let's just keep watching this. It's fun to watch a video about someone who scams people as I'm actively getting scammed.
this is probably what 99% of the people are getting.
Hey, at least
I want an
MrBeast never
icicle.
wanted to work with this obvious scam. I mean, at least MrBeast's manager never went on some podcast and talked about how MrBeast really wanted to work with this company. No, what's this?
Is there anything you've had to say no to? Yeah, tons. Yeah. So a good example.
So it was about 3 years or 2.5 years ago when I started working with Jimmy. What was becoming really popular were these like mystery loot crate, like internet sites where it's basically like CSGO skins, but you'd go on and be like, here's the Supreme box and you pay $50 for it. And
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
like,
Didn't Ricegum did
yeah,
quite a
Jake
few
Paul,
people.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, they got a lot of hate
Where those little kids drinking coffee
for that.
Right.
Jimmy was, he wanted to work with that company when he heard about it because there was a lot of money and we wanted to give that money away in a video. And I had to talk him back on it. I was like, listen, we're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negatively. So it was a long conversation that him and I had to have, which eventually we passed on the deal. And then Jake Paul and Ricegum ended up doing that deal and got a lot of hate for it.
Jimmy, why is your manager saying that you wanted to promote this obvious scam to your young impressionable audience? MrBeast launched Feastables, his new chocolate brand, back in January 2022.
I want to tell you
Let us know in the chat if you've ever eaten a Feastables.
guys about my new snack company, Feastables. They're made with only 5 ingredients, but still taste amazing. And I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are gonna have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory.
If we made chocolate, one random bar would have poison in it, and you would have to know that every bite you took could be your last. But that's how good the chocolate would be that it would be.
One of our videos. And on top of that, Chandler, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes to random people that buy the bars.
Dude, I need to buy these.
It's interesting to look back at this because a large part of Feastables' marketing campaign was the fact that it's a better for you brand, that it's healthier for you than Hershey's, less.
So the name on the email for the Drew Barrymore thing. Oh, I got another email from Drew Barrymore. Hold on. Okay, they sent me.
Yeah, is there like an actual staff member you can find like on LinkedIn or something?
I don't love this.
Also, I Googled it while you were watching this. There's a Drew Barrymore show, but that's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, but it's not called the Drew Barrymore podcast, though.
Guys, if everyone in the chat's okay with this, let's pivot for a second. Here's the email I got. It said, hey, Wisecrack. Drew Barrymore is excited to announce the launch of her new live podcast show through Facebook's online events tool, and we want you to be a part of it. Then when I read this out loud,
they want
guys,
your Facebook info?
It says, this 45-minute session will be a dynamic and free-floating chat about your profession, lifestyle, struggles, achievements, and more, all broadcast live to a global audience on Facebook. Agenda, virtual panel discussions. The event will be held virtually, allowing you to participate from anywhere in the world via your Facebook page. Wait, I don't do Facebook. Oh, okay. I'm going to be honest, guys. It said there's compensation, and that's the thing that got me. This okay, thank you for consideration. We onboard, okay, and it says, cheers, Barry Michael, management team, The Drew Barrymore Show. Then they said, thank you for your interest via your Facebook page. Okay, I don't know.
Somebody
guys.
used the Wisecrack Gmail account to like start a Facebook page, maybe, and now we're getting spam. The mystery.
Wait, payment. The payment will be transferred 24 hours before you confirm your participation. Various online payment methods are available. Oh boy.
Is there a rate stated?
But why would there is a rate stated? It's pretty good. I just don't. Oh man, guys. As I read it out loud, this seems bad.
Michael is illustrating the techno paranoia of our time. Do you take that
Yeah,
job
is
offer,
there-
or are they just going to make you scam children in lotteries?
Yeah. Drift King, I hope the doctor gets you soon. Okay, but I guess what I just wonder, I'm just like, what do they think they could get from me? Is it like they would send me the money? Yeah. Listen, guys, it's Scam City over here. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I guess I won't stream it because that's probably illegal, right? Yeah, that would be illegal, I think, if I.
Yeah, don't dox any information. You might accidentally
that's
show
not cool.
something.
I don't want to. Yeah, I will record it though. I'm going to start camera off and I'm going to see what if the person is like, I don't know, guys, should I even do this? Fuck. Let's keep watching this. You know, I have severe ADHD. I get excited by shiny objects. I'm basically like a little cat, and someone shakes a little bell, and
Sugar, only 4 ingredients, all organic.
I wanted to just make a better for you snack brand because I think a lot of the stuff out there is just terrible for you.
Because obviously so much obesity
Wait, it's
and
a
disease
common
comes from the stuff we
scan?
eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
I got all the
So someone said they want to hack the Facebook. Does that make sense? They'll say like, oh, we're doing the stream on Facebook, so we need you to log into your account
That
and do
was
blank.
my go-to when they brought up that it's going to be a Facebook streamed show.
Yeah. Also, too, like I looked on if someone has Facebook, I don't have an account. I tried to look at Drew Barrymore like on Facebook, and it didn't seem like there's any evidence of a streaming show.
Yeah, the only Drew Barrymore show podcast thing I could find is on Spotify and Apple Podcast, as I said earlier.
Yeah, and the podcast I found, I'm just gonna say this, guys. I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm a good guy. I try my best, and some people know who I am. But it's famous people that go on that podcast. I'm not a famous person.
Chocolates, let's try them and rank them 1 to 6. I'm going to be completely honest. Totally not biased because if it sells more, I make more money. I'm going to be honest. And I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt. Compare it to Hershey's. It's our Crunch Bar. Okay. This is the one you believe in? Yes. Not crazy, Jimmy. No? You don't like Crunch Bars? I do like Crunch Bars, but again, it's too sweet. Let me try this. Maybe these are defective. Oh my God, this tastes good to me. Wait, we're supposed to be ranking them. I rated the first one.
I don't like candy.
So we going completely off of.
It's just like, I was blinded by, I'm going to tell you guys this, you guys are going to roast me, and it's fine because I'm not here to look cool. I'm not here to have you guys think I'm beyond reproach. They said it's $3,000. They said if I go on Drew Barrymore's Facebook show, I would get sent $3,000. There's no universe where that would make sense. There's no universe where Drew Barrymore's team is like, let's be Venmoing $3,000 to bald 50-year-olds, you know?
Oh, I completely off of. We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients. Infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there. Also my favorite so far. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't realize you were a dark chocolate guy.
I'm not a super dark chocolate guy. I do love dark chocolate. I give this a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this, man. Okay.
Okay, let's get to
I'm
it.
starting to figure this man out. You're gonna like this one, right? You like salt? You as a sea salt guy? I'm gonna get rid of these. I love salt. No, I want to try those. No, you just don't. Trust me. You're a dark chocolate kind of guy. Yes, I can read the room. The room is red.
Now in 2024, MrBeast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's and even more sugar.
320 calories, 30 grams
more
of sugar.
calories per bar. And this initial ad for Feastables where he calls it healthy is still getting millions of views a month. Also, I don't think you should ever advertise it as over $1 million in prizes when more than 1/3 of those prizes are just coupons for more MrBeast products, forcing you to spend more money if you actually want to redeem them. Ooh, a $5 coupon for Beast Burger. Now a single combo only costs $20.
Bob's
That seems delicious. For all the Beast heads in the chat, if you're still here, I mean, tell us how great it is to dig your teeth into a delicious Beast-style
Palace
burger.
or fucking Five Guys. If this shit can be successful, fucking Five Guys.
It's so good.
Who cares? It's called Five Guys. What kind of fucking name?
Is he wearing like a Gucci tracksuit? He looks like albino Cat Williams or something. Talking about like throwing name on Five Guys. If I was Five Guys, I would send 3 of the 5 to curb stomp this man. Five Guys is
What kind of
delicious.
fucking name is that?
Hypothetically, parody. What does everyone think the best like high-end burger chain is? Because I think Five Guys is better.
It doesn't matter. The burgers are good.
Branding matters.
Ooh, maybe you should spend a little less time on this beautiful logo and more time on making the food actually edible.
Wait, what the fudge? H7H5. That's so nice. If you listen, this could go towards the James Lindsay Recon Fund. Wow, what's the catch? That's so nice. Wow. I'm overwhelmed by that level of kindness. So nice. Thank you so much. Jesus, that's so nice.
What's that, brother?
Also, be for real, dude. Five Guys has a nice, clean, appealing aesthetic. You know, the name suggests
That was just so nice. You know, sometimes human kindness can overwhelm
humble
you.
beginnings. This is like a 8-year-old sloppy cotton candy piss burger. It literally looks like a piss burger. Also, this digital wheel is
This
not
editing's
remotely
crazy.
representative of your actual odds. Mark Rober has talked about this common deceptive casino tactic before.
You recall from the carnival scam video, the most lucrative games for the carnival owner are those where people overestimate their chances of winning. That is exactly what happens in this game, thinking you were so close to getting a jackpot, when in reality, you weren't close at all. In gambling psychology, this is known as the near miss effect, and people will spend much more money to try and win because they think they can just do it on the next one.
So I am absolutely pigging out on Feastables.
Are any of you guys
I'm
into
trying to do
gambling?
this. MrBeast is teaching us gambling? Minus points because there's no cool music. Anyway, let's gamble.
It's so scary that early internet developers and like early social media developers employed gambling psychologists, people whose entire research field was sort of human psychology relative to gambling and addiction. And those insights were used to kind of get this ball. I think I learned that in the book, The Chaos Machine or The Chaos Engine. I'll remember it later. But yeah, it's cool stuff.
Also, one of them just so happened to go to a YouTuber with 700,000 subscribers at the time. Just pure chance.
This was just hate.
It was tape.
No freaking way. So it is like really like total chance, obviously. Like you're one of like hundreds of thousands of names.
Talk to Jimmy Bell. What do you got to say to
Jimmy,
say
thank
to him?
you for picking us.
Wow.
No, he didn't. It was random.
Was it though? Was it random? Also, this guy went on to win the Chocolate Factory, and extremely unlikely things do.
That's. I mean, but yeah, I think like he's exposing it, but to me that seems so brazen. Says the man who's being scammed by, I don't know, someone who's trying to get his Facebook data.
Happen, but
that'd be so funny if I just got in like big trouble with our company because I just gave some scammer our Facebook login.
Can we see how the winners were chosen maybe? Because knowing how important it is to Jimmy that every video has entertaining contestants through the whole video, it's a little suspicious. I'll just say, in my opinion, as somebody who worked for MrBeast, I don't think this large YouTuber won a ticket purely by chance. Also, I know that producers are sort of able to pull strings behind the scenes to give some contestants better chances than others. And he runs these sweepstakes to like bribe children with gambling to consume more sugar. Like, this is far worse than a lottery ticket because a lottery
if we ever push food stuff on you, it'll at least be healthy.
ticket doesn't give you diabetes and only pay out your
Like
rich
coffee
and famous
for
friends.
kids.
Like, MrBeast is bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new people to the candy aisle, whether he wants to admit it or not.
People are just walking to the chocolate aisle, and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feast.
Did they get the data in my browser from a
Literally
Zoom
people
call?
who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feast.
creating a new market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
Okay, I guess he does want to admit it. Kind of a weird flex, not something I would brag about Jimmy. Also, maybe I should mention technically I'm a certified nutritionist, which really just means I paid $1,200 for a course and then failed to launch a health food company. But I know that poor diet and especially excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America, including some of the health problems that MrBeast claims to care so much about. Blindness, deafness, loss of limbs. MrBeast also just launched a combo with Zaxby's, which if you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal.
Actually, it's so good though.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
The only thing real in this video is the new MrBeast box at Zaxby's.
I'm pretty sure this would be illegal.
That was a pretty.
At
that was
Zaxby's.
Those are two funny clips that he put together. Here's what we'll tell you. Food that is bad for you is often delicious, but it also kills us. So I think we have 3 options. And I'm a certified dietitian. Option 1, eat whatever you want and accept death. And accept a quick and painful death. Option 2, accept that life involves pleasure, and sometimes certain forms of pleasure might not be the best for the perpetuation of our organic existence. So you let yourself have a little treat every now and then, but you earn it in other ways. Or 3, you're the sort of person that has the discipline and self-control to just eat really healthy and take care of yourself, knowing that you're going to feel good and it'll be worth it. Those are your 3 options.
Europe, this is like more calories in one meal than the average 10-year-old is supposed to consume on a daily basis.
Tell me how I'm killing little kids.
New research finds childhood obesity rates are getting worse.
The #1 killer in America is obesity. The number of deaths in overweight people surpass alcohol and smoking altogether.
If you like the stream and leave a comment, and Henry will give you personal weightlifting advice.
30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any new Feastable bar.
It's just this.
Guys, I'm just nervous now. I'm supposed to be on the Zoom call in 4 minutes. What should I do? Is it obviously? I mean, there's part of my brain that's like, but maybe it's not. But maybe it's not a scam. But maybe it's not. It's human psychology in action. But you guys know that as soon as I read the email and told you, you guys were like, this is a scam, dog. So now the question is there any value in taking the call just to like see or record it and see if it's like if I can have fun with it, or should I just stay away altogether?
It's just disappointing.
I'm gonna set a poll in a second, and you guys gotta help me
To see
decide.
somebody pretend to care about the health epidemic in the US only when it's profitable for them. I know this point isn't going to resonate with a lot of people because of how normalized high calorie and high sugar diets are in America, but like bribing children to get into the habit of consuming excessive amounts of sugar, like $10,000 a day as a giveaway, is very deliberate because it's trying to create repeat customers that just buy out of habit. Like doing this especially when you clearly understand how much of a health risk it is to these kids.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
It's honestly just fucking evil to me, and I pushed back against this a lot while I worked at the company. For Halloween this year, Feastables is planning on putting $1 million in a chocolate bar, and they wanted to do a bunch of like scummy.
Wisecrack's gonna put $10 million in a bucket of lard and piss. So it's up to you.
Marketing and shit. My manager literally said at one point that they wanted to associate buying a Feastables with your dream coming true. So they're pitching ideas like, you know, buy a Feastables, win.
I'm gonna do what you all vote on at 11:15, and I'll say this: if at 11:15 you guys, I'm gonna just email back. If you guys say no, and I'll say, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm skeptical about this because I can't find any information about you on the internet.
Feastables, win.
Good call.
There's a person named Barry Michael or Barry Michaels though, but it's Drew Barrymore's like famous celebrity therapist. So now what it seems like to me is someone did a really bad job of like Googling someone that worked at her company and use that as a name maybe, right? Because what are the odds?
Yeah, check
And then
LinkedIn, check IMDb Pro, see if you can find this person, or just you
Yeah.
know what, you just Russian roulette, pull the
10K,
trigger.
buy a Feastables out of a vending machine, and the vending machine just starts spitting out money.
This is a real democracy. It's not like America. Your vote counts. Voting matters. So everyone vote because you're going to determine my future and my family's future.
Buy Feastables and it has a ticket to Disney World, whatever, right? And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying. But I swear to God, I said to somebody at the company, I feel like Feastables is 70% a chocolate company and 30% a lottery targeting children. And this higher up person at MrBeast said it was probably closer to the other way around and was laughing about it. Like 70% a lottery, 30% a chocolate company. Everyone knows it's just the call to actions and call to action giveaways especially that drive sales. As soon as they stop, it's hard for large bargain retailers to sell this shit for 70% off. That's why they push them so hard. Once they stop the diabetes lottery, no one buys. Also, this is the website right now. MrBeast wants you to join the crew. Just so weird and scummy to me. I believe all the Feastables giveaways do have official rules and no purchase necessary clauses somewhere, but it's very difficult to find them. In traditional media, if you advertise.
I think that like thus far in this video, okay, so it's 11:15. This is when the Zoom call is supposed to happen. Where's the vote at? Okay, we're at 54 no. I'm going to write an email right now in response. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to say, hi. Sorry for the last minute notice, but after doing a bit of Googling, I can't seem to find any record of you or of this show on Facebook, which leaves me feeling skeptical. If I'm wrong, then apologies. But in the meantime, I don't think I am comfortable jumping on a call and or providing any further information.
And the channel did not get stolen.
Okay, and then I'm going to say, all the best, Michael B.
You should sign off
AKA
Wisecrack since they called you Wisecrack in the email.
Okay, I'm gonna say all the best, Michael Wisecrack first. Okay, I'm sending it right now. Okay, I did it. You guys, I'm here. It was a close vote though. It was a close vote. Henry, are you cool? We stick around for a second and just try to finish the video or get close to it?
Ties of sweepstakes like in a commercial, you have to say in the promotional material itself, no purchase necessary. Somehow MrBeast gets away with not saying no purchase necessary in any of his promotional materials, not the videos, the descriptions, pinned comments, nothing.
To celebrate our launch of milk chocolate and sea salt, we went out, we bought 10 Teslas, loads of cash, and all these prices you see on the screen.
And I'm going to be honest, for all of you who voted yes, I would have voted yes because I always pursue chaos. But that's why I need people to keep me from pursuing
prices
chaos.
aside, unlike Hershey's, these bars only have 4 to 5 ingredients and just genuinely taste good. Go to Feastables.com right now and order some chocolate. Only problem is the chocolate river is deteriorating. All the
only place you'll find no purchase necessary is either on the Feastables Twitter account because it's a rule of the platform, and even still they try to push it. No
And if any of my neurodivergent heads feel me on this one, I now did close my email tab because I'm afraid that they're going to email back and say something mean and it's going to make me feel sad.
Perched neck or hidden deep in the Feastables website under a FAQ. And to enter for free, you
Our
have to
boy
mail
Ryan
in
Leffler sent
separate
us an email with some more sus info on MrBeast, so thank you for that. Also, wisecracklive666@gmail.com. You can always hit us up.
3-inch by 5-inch, hand-addressed written index cards, up to 10 a day. Do you think kids are gonna do that shit or just beg their parents when they're at Walmart for the YouTuber diabetes lottery ticket? How is this legal? How do you mail something without making a purchase? Cards, envelopes, stamps. The free entry method can cost more than the chocolate bar itself. Also, going back to sweepstakes law for a second, payment isn't the only form of consideration. Consideration can also be time or effort that directly benefits MrBeast in some way. Like, I don't know, if he told his fans to clean up and organize his Feastables displays in Walmart.
That was the funniest shit ever when he tried to make the kids do free labor at Walmart. I wonder, so Henry, did you watch this full video?
Yes.
Does it hit anything else big? Because now I'm wondering, should we at least check out the shorter video about the Beast Games thing?
I think
or should we see this one
I think we can move over to the Beast Games thing. I think the
Okay.
big takeaway with this video has been
Hey guys,
established at this
so
point.
it is time.
Yeah.
I think the thing I want to point out is like a lot of like what MrBeast does, people are like, yeah, but what can you expect? And like it's kind of like a raindrops composing a flood thing where like he does crooked things that we see across multiple industries, but the way he like intersects everything into a child manipulation machine is wholly new, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Rue Shady, thank you so much. We got to be cunning to pursue chaos. Let's see. Chaos can be good if you refuse. You must not like money or initiative. I hate initiative.
Now I'm like, is the scammer here in the chat mad?
Yeah, someone said, what could they even send? Like their cred showing they're the real deal? I mean, I think they could. Eddie gets it. Wait. Gavin King. How do you justify just playing this whole video, which took weeks to put together, without adding value to it, just so you can keep up the stream watch time? Well, Gavin, and thank you for being here, Gavin. And again, high school is hard, Gavin. And a mistake I made when I started high school was trying to dress too cool on the first day. So just like be cool with it, okay? Be cool with it. And I hope you have a really great freshman year. And high school can be really fun. So I hope you have a good time. And for those of you that don't know, we just like hang out and we watch stuff on this stream, and we don't necessarily add value to any of it. I mean, we might take value away, but we're just here to kind of hang out and talk about stuff together. And if that's not your vibe, I totally get it. I totally get it. So let's check out this video. This is from Rosanna Pensino, who has a lot of followers, and this is about the MrBeast Games thing on Amazon. Producer Olivia sent this to us, so if this is sus or bad, it's her fault.
Hey guys, so it is time for a video because I have received messages from over a dozen people involved with the current Beast Games. For those of you who don't know, Beast Games is a competition show ran by MrBeast that will be on Amazon Prime. It is being marketed as the biggest competition show ever. I'll talk more about that later.
Wait, I did get a non-scam email from a producer of an Amazon Prime show. They're doing a Jeopardy pop culture trivia, and that was a real one, and I confirmed that it was a real thing, and I might try to get on that show.
On to the messages. So the messages that I have received from contestants on the show are pretty much all telling a similar story, and I find them to be very disturbing. Some of the messages are from people who have competed and they've been eliminated. Some of the messages are from people who are still competing, and some of them are from people
I
personally know who are involved on the show and still doing so. These people are genuinely upset about how things are going. They're scared for not only their own safety, but the safety of their friends who are still competing. They aren't doing this out of spite. They're doing this because they are afraid for themselves and for their friends. As of right now, I have 10 stories from 10 different people, and none of them have shared their stories with each other, and I will be talking more about them in the future. I have personally worked in entertainment and on sets for almost 2 decades, and what is going on here is beyond disgusting and extremely dangerous. I wanted to read you one of the messages with the permission of one of the contestants.
And I just want to say, no matter what, if you get one thing from today's stream, it's like, just beast it. You know what I mean? Whatever you're doing in life, just beast it.
To give you an idea of why I'm so upset and why I simply just can't let this go. It's absolutely not okay. So I'm going to read to you her message. I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they were not getting medication, even though we were promised we would. And it was 100% rigged. They presented it as though the game would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are an even playing field. That was not at all the case. All the games were about speed and strength, so only the young athletic males were at an advantage over the women and elderly people were also casted. To make things worse, men started realizing that they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and were dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, etc. And most
It's crazy how this makes the actual Squid Game seem kind of chill.
were women. We were given maybe 400 calories a meal and only fed every 12 hours. Food would run out and people would fight over, steal, and hoard food. Water was scarce and kept running out as well. I had to sit with a bloody pad for 2 days before I could get undergarments and my reusable pads because I'm
Holy
allergic to regular
shit.
pads. We were also sleep deprived, only allowed 3 to 4 hours. We all slept on the floor in the stadium in a $10 sleeping bag. I get that people saying it's a game show and it's not meant to be easy. I'm not saying it should be easy, but it was presented like Squid Games, where competitions were not biased and didn't exclusively cater to young athletic men. People who went signed up for Squid Games, not for American Ninja Warrior and Survivor. Why else would they cast elderly people on the show? They offered anyone who lost $1,000 to sign away their rights to join any kind of class action lawsuit of any kind. I didn't
I'd probably take it.
sign, so I didn't get the money. After this article came out and things started blowing up, they called everyone back and decided to offer an additional $1,000 per person to make up for any of the inconveniences. They knew
Sick.
it was bad because they also offered to provide therapy through their insurance. And it wasn't Amazon Prime that called me, it was MrBeast's crew. We were set up to fail. And when the men started tackling people to get them out, nothing was done about it. They were not even eliminated. The game that had to do with the briefcase, it felt literally like Hunger Games. While MrBeast is standing on his podium, looking down, watching all of us peasants fight for a chance at 5 million. I know it's a game show, and I know it's not meant to be easy, but even with a waiver, it is a company's responsibility to have safety protocols in place to try to prevent injuries. That is not what was happening here. The fact that the nurses at the hospital in Las Vegas are also confirming all of the injuries that happened
Imagine the shit that Las Vegas nurses must see. Unreal.
is proof. They did not have to sign an NDA. And 5 of us so far have tested positive for COVID. Also, someone was allowed to go in with pink eye, which of course is also
I like that someone in the chat named Good said, she's lying. Yeah. Because here's what I know, guys. Here's what I know for sure. MrBeast is unequivocally good. MrBeast is a good person. And like anyone who would speak against MrBeast is a liar. You know, I think that like the reason people speak bad against MrBeast is because they're jealous of his power and his talent. And I think all of these people are liars. And I'm showing us this right now so that we all know that like you should always trust people in power, especially men in power, especially men who have more access to money, because like why would they have that money if they weren't like good, you know? And I think sometimes like broke boys and broke girls just get jealous of people who like beast it and create their own reality. And I think that sometimes like we're jealous of people that step out of the matrix, you know?
Yeah,
I guess we'll watch the rest of this.
That's some profit
also
maxing through Buddhism right there.
Ages.
It is.
Now, this contestant has shared even more details with me, and I'll keep you updated. I have even more statements to come. And just as someone who has
Okay, there's another one. Watch a little bit of this. and
Still
we'll-
hundreds of messages a day, and I'm trying to do my best to sort through them, but I am dyslexic, so I read a little slower. So just know that if you've sent me a message, I have seen it, and if I haven't responded to you yet, I apologize. I'm trying my best to get to everyone, and I'm just getting a lot of information and sorting it and researching.
I'm so jealous of people with like nice thick black hair. But what are you gonna do?
researching it, and yeah, so just thank you for all of
Past
that. But I wanted to make a really quick
777.
video because I just received a very interesting email that I wanted to share with you. As I mentioned before, I'm in touch with crew members and people working on Beast games. I've also been in contact with the people who are the IATSE union, both in Las
JJ,
Vegas,
thank you for
where
your
the
email.
first week of shooting happened, as well in Canada, where the next round will be shooting. For those of you who don't know what IATSE is, it's spelled IATSE, and basically they are the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, and they represent the people behind the scenes who make TV shows and movies. They have over 168,000 members, and pretty much every large set I've ever been on, it's IATSE crews. Now, I'll have more info on this in the future, but a higher up in the industry who I trust more than anything, literally, you guys, I trust them with my life, and I know
Okay,
that sounds
guys,
dramatic.
we got to end on this. Henry, I'm gonna send you a link right now, and we got to pull it up and read it. Okay.
Okay.
You can go look at that stuff. I promise. And Henry, as soon as you see this article, you'll see why I've asked us to pull it up. This is an article from The Wrap from April 5th, 2024. Let me know when it's up. No worries. You're going to want to see this, guys. You're going to want to see this. We got to the bottom of it. We got to the bottom of it. We figured it out, guys. While we pull it up, just another reminder. If you want to beast it, you need coffee. Get Yes Please coffee. It's really good. There's no, in this bag of coffee, there's no golden ticket. There's no secret prizes. Nothing will happen to you other than you'll get delicious coffee. You'll pay the normal price, except 20% less. How we're going to benefit from this is we get a small amount of the profit that they make for that. Not a lot of money. We get a little bit. But you know, there you go. Okay, so here's our article. The Drew Barrymore Show targeted by fraudsters. The Drew Barrymore Show is at the center of fraudulent attacks by one or more individuals posing as representatives for the talk show in an effort to scam celebrities. Guys, this means I'm a celebrity. This rips. The fraudsters have illegitimately offered paid opportunities to prospective guests instead of social media appearances. As a result, vendors for the show have been solicited by the individuals. It was recently come to our attention that one or more individuals has fraudulently been holding themselves out to be connected with the Drew Barrymore Show. This is exactly what happened. Yep, they could come from mock emails that claim to have the name Drew Barrymore. The matter has been brought to legal affairs. Wow. And then it's just a bunch of other stuff. Guys, we made the right choice. You know, and thank you to JJ Carter for shooting us an email to let us know. But the article, when I tried to do the URL, it was too long. I'll sign your Yes Please coffee. I'm gonna send that to there you go. Okay. Well, guys. There you go. Well, here's what we did today. We've avoided a scam. Hold on one second.
We hit 777 and JC is the lord of the chat. And we avoided a scam and learned a lot about the Beast.
We learned a lot about the Beast. We learned to get Yes Please. We helped me not get scammed. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you again to all our Beast heads out there. Again, 9th grade's gonna rip. You're gonna have so much fun. And I would say, even if you're not like a natural athlete, consider like a sport. It's really fun. I'm not, you look at me, you know that I wasn't like a big jock boy, but I did I did cross country and had a lot of fun, and I met some great people who are my good friends. And important to remember that, like, again, people that hate on MrBeast are haters that are mad that they don't live that life. And anything I said today that seemed like I was criticizing MrBeast was like performance art to try to get into the psychology of a hater. Just to understand how people could just be so low T. And that's what it is. Joel Cannon does know that I have a 4-foot vertical. Okay, I got to go because there's a meeting for work I'm supposed to be on. Thanks for going over, Henry. Give Henry some love in the chat. Jackson Mayer's here. Subscribe to Skip Intro if you don't already. Like the stream if you didn't already. Ali will put the article in the Discord. Email us at wisecracklive666. We're out. Just beast it.
See y'all Wednesday. Have a good week.